Hey everybody, we're back. Session 6. Sorry about the short delay there, everybody. Just wanted to ask the players some behind-the-scenes things. Don't worry about it. If you're interested about behind-the-scenes things, however, you should go over to our Patreon, join our fantastic group, our fantastic community, so you can gain access to all of those cool, fun little bits and enjoy everything that we are doing here to make sure that all of you can stay entertained. Look at me and my segues. Whew, riding on that shit. In addition to that, if you're watching this online on YouTube, you should like the video, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. All three of those things helps our channel grow so very much, so more people can enjoy content like this, so we can keep sharing it to the rest of the world, and everybody gets to enjoy a homebrew world that's not based out of racism. Hey, look at that! It's possible. It doesn't take 7 years. Yeah. Anyways, aside from all of that, I think how about we just get back into the game? Boop. Hey everybody, how we doing?
Well, I ate pizza, so I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, was it a good pizza?
It was a decent pizza.
What kind of pizza?
Did it have blackberry jam on it again?
That ain't bad.
You know, I took another slice after I told everyone about it, and I was like, if I was drunk, maybe.
What kind of pizza did you have?
Oh, it was a give Jiro diarrhea pizza. It was 4 cheese.
Oh no. We don't do that to my plumbing system. Anyways, as Snapper just barely grazed the chin of Chlorine, shooting the creature's last bit of essence that was remaining, the mouth stuck on top of your face. And all of you kind of tremble for a moment, getting back into the room and looking around. The watchman stands up, stumbles, and falls backwards, leaning against one of the walls. The fuck was that?
Ghost.
That was no ghost I've seen.
Now, clearly, it was a half ghost.
Well, it looked a bit like a bouncy, but there was none of the screeching associated with them.
Would you like to roll a religion check, Chlorine? And anybody who's proficient or a bard.
Oh, proficient in what, sir?
Religion.
Religion.
Or a bard. Unfortunately, you haven't had a chance to cast guidance on yourself since you kind of almost just got eaten immediately.
Fair enough.
But you know that some corporeal creatures are born out of the essence of grief, the essence of hatred, the essence of fear, and based off of the essence that they adapt from, they gain specific different qualities and shapes. The longer they're allowed to seethe inside of that essence that they are bound to, they become stronger and stronger and stronger. That is my way of telling you I have 3 different types of banshees, and a lot of them scale in power.
Consider me as a player terrified.
Good! That's how it should be. Writer Rimus, that was a banshee.
Yeah.
Whoops.
The old lady, he stands up and goes over, and when you look down, now you see there's an intense amount of decay against the old lady.
Oh.
Scheiße.
Must have been going through some extreme grief in her final moments. Makes sense since her husband that just died. At least I'm guessing that was when the whole process started.
How did it go so long without any of us knowing?
Nines, can I make a recommendation for you and your company?
He looks over at you.
You might want to check their rooms every now and then.
I will send that suggestion higher up. Right now, he's just lying against the wall. His forearms and biceps have shrunken to about half the size. He has like sunken, hollow cheeks and looks tired beyond belief. He has exactly 1 hit point, and Remus, you know that better than anyone.
Yeah. Chloride, can you help him a little bit? Because my healing doesn't work very well.
Oh, personally, I'd recommend a long night in bed, but seeing as everyone is here unhurt, you'll give me about 10 minutes. Okay, almost everyone in here is hurt.
I would prefer to contact the other guards, please. Somebody looks
do
over
it.
at you, Buck. And then Snapper, and then Ryder. All 3 of which are completely unscathed.
Yes, trust the bird
shall
crew.
we go?
I guess you all are lucky that she came after me first. That could have been really bad. Oh,
You nearly died. That is
Yeah.
bad.
well,
Never. You should never touch an old woman while she's sleeping.
I'm gonna
Hey.
smack the back of Buck's kneecap.
that's fair. Yeah.
That
I'll
sounded
allow
really
that one.
inappropriate.
Yeah, no.
I
It was-
apologize.
Just don't wake them when they're asleep.
Look, let's just talk to the rest of the guys. Should we tell them that you're injured?
He reaches under his shirt and pulls off a medallion and tosses it over to you.
Yeah.
Just give them that.
Okay, got it. And I'm going to trot down the stairs. Hopefully, Buck is following
I'll
me.
follow. Yep.
Okay, cool. What, you're not sending
collect my
Snapper by
arrows.
himself? But I wanted Snapper to multi-class finally.
Right. I'll collect my arrows, then follow.
One of them shot through the window, so you only collect the other 2.
Okay.
The first
My
one you
bullets
missed,
are
you
way
aimed
calm.
for the creature, but it went through
Yeah.
the window. So yeah.
My bullets are like 6 feet into the wood itself.
You don't recover bullet, Snapper.
Well, seeing as we've got a bit of time, I may as well give the lady her last rites.
What does that look like, Chlorine?
Peace be upon this bitch.
Well,
The god isn't Nobu, for fuck's sake. Like, just.
That's it. That's it. I'm petitioning to make Nobu a god so I can do that.
Well, work towards it. Go ahead, Chlorine.
okay, fortunately I do not have thaumaturgy, but I will be placing her right on her back if she isn't already. Lay my holy symbol on her chest for as I perform not a complete spell ceremony, but a small ceremony nonetheless. Unlike the spell.
I don't utilize the spell. You're a cleric. You could do a ceremony. Go ahead.
Yep.
Make sure you pray to the old gods.
Heck no, I'm a cleric of Gabriella.
She wasn't a
That
follower.
doesn't stop you. The only thing stopping you is your morals.
Snapper, you're not here.
Everyone knows that the voice of Snapper reaches all.
Unfortunate.
She...
Yeah, I'm sticking with Gabriella.
So, you place your holy symbol down and give a quieted prayer towards her. Are you willing to use a spell slot for the ceremony?
Yes, I will be.
What level?
I think I'll use my last third level spell slot for tonight.
You all watch as the open balcony windows begin softening, and a bright glow emanates up in the sky, shining a light in here. The light soaks into the canopy, causing a dazzling experience over your sight, engulfing the room and quickly incinerating all of the dust around her and around her personal effects. Before eventually the light dims, reverting back into the moon as that is its rightful face, leaving everything unscathed, untouched, purified, and cleaned for her resting place. Snapper, Buck. Buck, you have to move Snapper pace, which isn't tough for you right now. As you're going through the city, you come across a couple of the guards, and one of them looks over at you and just... Do you need some help?
Yeah. At the fantasy real estate, and I hold up the medallion.
He reaches out, takes it, and turns it over, and you hear a quieted message. Hurt in combat, trust these people. They helped us deal with Fantasreal's issue. The guard looks at you a bit concerned and looks at his partner and goes, you go back and get the other ones, okay? And he holds the symbol in his hand and trots with you back to the estate.
As we're walking back, I'm just gonna say, you won't believe the shit we've been through.
Oh, really? Why don't you try me, little guy? He smirks down
She's
at you.
a ghost!
I mean, I know
She
she's
was a
old.
ghost.
Was.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna walk with you, so don't,
He shouts.
You'll understand.
He shouts back to his partner. Hey. Yeah. Get Captain Muse. All right. Wake him up. Yeah. All right.
I look back at, I'm assuming, the trainee? Or
No,
lower
they're
rank?
partners.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give him a thumbs up.
And he gives you 1, 2, and keeps moving along. Weird customs.
I heard that.
So, as you get back to the estate, you see the shining glow from outside just pulsing into the one window, and the guard looks and goes, holy shit, there's a worshiper of Gabby here. What the fuck? Alright.
That would be our cleric.
Oh, that's cool. You have a cleric. Nice.
Yeah, at hazard a guess at, maybe blessing the place.
Well, we're gonna have to be sure to thank him for that. He looks over at you, Buck. That is a really nice mask. Who'd you commission to make it?
Why, thank you. I found it.
Oh. Well, you got lucky on that. Usually something of that craft and quality will run you a couple of 100 gold or so. Pretty good.
Yes. Lucky for the mask. Not as lucky for other things.
I'm just gonna say under my breath, and you got me paying you back, you affluent bitch.
Yeah. Unfortunately, because you are in library, the city of progress, and the city of art, he's used to the edgy, dark, gloomy artist. So you're good. Nice. Here, you actually blended fairly well, Buck. Like, oh yay, another one, and just keep
Another
going.
one. Right.
But anyways,
Alright,
Another one of those kids at the coffee shop.
He walks up the stairs and looks over and goes, Jesus, what happened? Are you okay? Oh, I'm fine. I'm gonna need help getting back to my house. We need to alert Fantasriel's remaining siblings. Let
Children?
them know about her recent demise. The city is going to be confiscating her real estate and repurposing it.
I'm gonna look at Buck. What did you want to make it out again?
What did she? I say that one more time. What did she want to what? What?
What did you want the house to be made into again?
An orphanage.
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 One of my notes.
I'm gonna nudge him again. Like, come on.
Yes, it would be good if this could be. She wanted it to be used for good and to help others and to help children and maybe become a orphanage.
That is what I'm going to make sure we have done with it. We heard her dying wishes, and all of you can confirm this. So, want to make sure her greedy, fucking idiotic children don't see any of this property.
That would be great because she was very sad and lonely that they abandoned her and she no longer wanted them to gain or profit as a result.
Well, good. So long as we're on the same page. I'm going to go through the specific paperworks of the deed of the estate and see what remaining funds are still accessible to the family. Whatever is remaining, specifically that she had apparently after dying, we will use as your reward for helping us.
Oh,
Of course, we will need your written and spoken recounts of tonight's evening. I presume you are getting the captain, Muse? Yeah, we're getting Muse. Figured with the mumbo jumbo they were speaking about, he'd probably be the best one. Yeah, he is. All right.
he told me to try him.
Oh, no, you're good. It's just we don't usually work with Muse very often. He stays closer towards the
Library?
artisans ward.
Is that where you got the name?
No, he was born with the name.
I'm not gonna pry into his family's decisions.
That's not exactly how it works. And as you're speaking, you see this dark, purple-skinned tiefling move inwards. They have what appears to be ceremonial robes that would be pulled all the way up and tied, but are currently drifting.
Who hit my carriage?
Yeah, these motherfuckers in their cars, they go off all goddamn day. But it drifts down towards the waist as if they didn't want to, like, settle it upwards. They have their arm, like, through their shirt that would be underneath, leaving the hand dangling down by the chest and the elbow peeking out the sleeve as they walk up holding a very long, a very long, Adachi-styled blade on their side. They have rings of tattoos up their shoulder, just circles after circles after circles, leading up to about the cusp of their neck, and their hair seems to be designed in a triangular point and then has a very high-kept bun on the top of their head that flattens and sticks upwards almost like a little lift from long hair that is rightfully tied up. And as they walk in, they have these very sharp-looking white eyes with these little black specks all throughout it that glisten slightly.
Can I interject for a goddamn moment? I'm trying my hardest not to laugh for my own goddamn pun jokes. And I was like, oh, it's the Tiefling Nobu. It's tofu.
Lord.
Clip that one. Clip that one. We need them to see that. Whoever's watching, clip it, please. Tofu.
Listen, if there's a clip of it, I'm gonna send it to Hocus.
Yeah. That's hilarious. But anyways, he walks in there and looks around at all of you.
Yellow.
Hello. So, turns out that the old lady was dead all along? Yes, Captain. And you see the man you've been working with this whole time begins trying to stand up, and the tiefling quickly just moves over, places their hand on their shoulder, and don't worry about that. You'll be fine. So, what a very interesting course of events. Hello, all of you. My name is Lustrious Muse, Captain Lustrious Muse. It's a pleasure to meet you. And they give you a very wide gestured bow and sweep with their arm. As they bow, you see they have to push the hilt of their odachi forward so it doesn't scrape against the floorboards but lifts up instead. It's a very long blade.
Birds speak could curl like lips. Snappers would be. Is that curl lips where you're trying to hold back a laugh, like inwards? Yeah.
Well, I am Chlorine, cleric of Gabriella. Finished her last rites just recently.
Oh, was that beautiful light I got to see up in the sky?
Thank you. Yes, that was me.
Oh. It's always such a beautiful thing. Wrong channel win. That was in self-promotion. This is a meme. But thank you. Oh, it's always so lovely to see whenever the magics of Gabriella are expressed wonderfully throughout this area. It's always so very beautiful and potent. It's hard to find that level of artistry, I must say. And the rest of you, who are you?
I am Remus, the Bard.
The Bard! You know, that is a title that I don't allow people to use in this city unless you are the world's greatest scriptwriter. Are you a scriptwriter by any chance?
No.
Then you are not the Bard. A Bard. And they just keep looking over to Ryder. Sorry, you're not taking Shakespeare's name, buddy. You gotta earn that.
I said the, not the.
Close, yeah.
Yeah, it's just an inflection.
Looks over at Ryder.
Ryder will bow. The name's Ryder.
Ryder. Ah. You know, I always find it amusing when people's names appropriately represent their actions, their courses of dictation. Such a beautiful thing.
You're gonna have a field day when you hear about my name.
What is it? Bang.
Snapper.
Close. I like that. Turns
Thank
over
God
to
I'm a
you,
snapper.
Scrum, and looks at your mask. How beautiful. Oh, I
Thank
like
you.
that.
My name is Buck. I was named after a deer.
Oh dear. But anyways, thank you all so much for helping with this matter. Do you have some information you can express to me? Excuse me. You points back over at the soldier who like stands at attention. Uh, Sir, we've worked on several details together. Yes, of course. Can you go help him? We've also worked on several details together. Yes, of course. Get home. I assume you live here? They both like go like, seriously, dude, you work with us. And he goes over and helps escorting him away. Lustrious goes over to the bed and moves the canopy over, looking back at the old lady, and then sits on the corner, and then feels a little uncomfortable, and then goes over to the vanity mirror instead and starts playing with her makeup. So, please tell me everything that has been happening here.
Well, we got this job because we were interested in the fact that, well, the job listing was weird. Yeah.
Curious minds. I like that. I like that.
Then we got stopped by the guards because a group of people are going to show up at an old lady's house.
That is very fair. Yes. So they're doing their job, making sure none of you are looters or anything like that. That's wonderful. He says as he's currently applying what do you call that?
Mascara? No.
Mascara.
Eyeshadow.
No, mascara. You had it right.
Mascara.
Yeah. Starting to like try different ones and then wiping it away with cloths.
That was actually our ideas first. Then, kind of get her for a bit. Was it Phyllis that was noticing the things about her?
Buck.
Okay. Then, Buck was interacting with her for a while, and she was not entirely corporeal. Apparently, his hand had managed to pass through hers when they were working together in the kitchen. Eventually, decided if I could give her her last rites and send her peacefully to the afterlife. Unfortunately, as soon as the soldier touched what had looked to be her sleeping form, it's definitely kind of more along the lines of a grief-fueled banshee myself, but
She was born of grief. Oh, such a tragedy. Now they're currently playing with lipstick and like testing different like tubes of it and goes, ew, whale fat, and just throws it in on the ground. Yes.
he ended up getting the jump on the guard, though we were able to save him.
And thank you so much for that. Thank you.
I'd recommend at least one day off for him to recover, but that is ultimately your decision, I believe.
Well, the library's policy that anybody has to deal with a grief-stricken incident has to have their mental health evaluated by a professional within 7 days of the grievances, and then once they are evaluated for 2 to 3 days, then they have to have the okay from the professional to say that they are allowed and fit to return back to work in active duty. Until that happens, they will have a leave of absence. So don't worry about that. We make sure we check all of our soldiers' mental healths.
Well, that's nice.
Yes, of course. We don't want people to be grief-stricken or, have to deal with pain their entire life without proper treatment and evaluation.
I was going to go with major debilitating injury, yes.
Well, I mean, he seems like his physical grievances might be manageable with a little bit of physical therapy, but the mental health of the individual is a bigger concern to us.
Yeah, getting
Yes.
a neck bit would be fair.
Banshee was definitely going for his life first. he ended up getting some of mine as well, but I got it much lighter than he did.
Oh. Do you need to get in contact with one of our professionals that see you? Do you have any mental grievances or issues? Do you need someone to talk to?
I should be fine. I might need to get a proper rest before coming to a final decision.
All right. We do have some of the best psychiatric help that you can find in all of Zodiac in library. Many of the artists come from fairly wealthy parents that commission to have the best treatment of their mental well-being.
Snapper.
Yeah. Swivel the head.
Do you need to talk to anyone?
Oh no, I just shot the thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Honestly, I thought Chlorine was going to be a lot more angry at me.
I'm angry. I just know how to hide things. Plus, you didn't actually hurt me that much, so.
So
Yeah.
you
It
keep it
looked like-
inside.
Needs the most help.
Well, it is wonderful that you all were here to assist with this, and I suppose we have to discuss your payment of this job. What did the work order originally say?
It didn't.
So you were
Just-
volunteering. That is such a wonderful thing.
Well, when we talked to the old lady, she did say there would be some monetary compensation if there was actually an issue that, and we could solve it.
Uh,
I believe we did.
Captain, we have confirmation verbally from the woman that from Fantas Rio that the estate can be apprehended by the city and turned into an orphanage. Oh, that's wonderful. And anything she had in her family's outlying balance is to be given to them as a reward for helping out with this ordeal. Everything? That's what she said. He looks at all of
Snapper.
you.
Snapper is visibly like reeling.
So
Must not be
like,
true.
That was.
he's like his
Ow.
puffs are like puff, or his cheeks are puffed up. We're trying to hold in a laugh.
Just the two birds mimicking each other. Just,
And everyone else is like, yay, money. Oh.
Oh, having a Chlorine doesn't say what he's going to do with all that money.
Oh, it's going to be a good amount. Yes, so whatever the estate's valued at, I assume you can find the deed and all of the proper paperwork for them? I suppose I can. He continues adding, like, blush to his cheeks now. She does have really good makeup, though. I may confiscate this for myself. He closes it and puts it into his shirt pocket. Rolls around in the chair to look at all of you, and is just wiping away everything he just experimented with from his face. Alrighty, so looks like all of you are going to receive a very handsome payment. Unless, of course, that soldier was lying to me.
And he has nothing to gain from lying to you.
Good enough. So, is there any other information you all discovered that you think should be shared with the City of Library? He looks over at the trunk, curiously, like just looking over there.
Oh, it's a bunch of documents from the old war.
Old War.
Well, the old era. Sorry.
Oh. Oh. Was Mr. Fantas really one of the people enveloped in the fights and the wars?
we didn't have time to check.
Yeah, I didn't get that good a look of it at it.
He goes over.
Judging- Yeah, Snapper. And judging from the statues outside, they clearly were, fervent.
I didn't notice them when I came in. Sorry. Goes over, squats in front of the open trunk, and you do see a little bit of a
dodgy
tail. No, he pushes it so that it doesn't drag. He just places and it rests.
Does it lift off his cape?
He doesn't have a cape.
Didn't you say that he had a cape?
No, he has like a formal kimono-looking outfit that's currently dragging and relinquished from his shoulders and resting around his waist.
Yeah, I had a slightly different mental image, and I thought it was just a clash of everything he thought was fancy.
Oh, I mean, maybe, but he just woke up, so.
Oh, this is the sleepwear.
Yeah.
Is he? I just looked to make sure he's leaving footprints in the dust.
The dust was completely removed from Chlorine's ritual.
Ah.
Basically,
Okay.
just a large sterilizing light.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to, if possible, see if when he's walking, I'm seeing impressions.
You hear the floorboards creaking.
Okay, that's good.
He leans over. Or, sorry, do you have a negative perception? No, you don't. You hear the floorboards creaking. If you were bad at that, you would not. And he leans over and starts filtering through some of the notes, conducting his own investigation. Wow. Looks like Mr. Fantasreal was an assassin? Ha! Who would have thought? Ah.
That's unexpected.
Yeah. Apparently he spent a long period of time. He just takes a stack of the notes, sits on the floor, and leans his back up against the bed frame, and just starts reading like a kid reading through a diary. Spent a very long period of time in some underground facility over in Terra.
Ooh, does that say where that underground facility is in Terra?
It does not. But apparently he was in a very top secret section of it. Apparently tier 3, and he managed to make a handful of friends while there. Very interesting. I wonder if any of these friends are still alive. Oh.
Do you have any invested interest in these documents?
He looks over at you. No more than librarians would, so I mean, I suppose if you can get a librarian of note to come through, they can confiscate these as they see fit.
Oh, of course.
Wonderful.
I would love to get a librarian to...
Aren't you a librarian?
Well,
not exactly high ranking or anything.
He's a librarian. Well, he's a member of the library. He's not a librarian.
Correct.
Little different, that's all.
Oh, so like a intern.
Something like that. I'm not sure how they conduct themselves over there. I really just don't care very much.
I've never met a librarian that would punch you.
Most of them. Well, from the library, of course.
Yeah, I'm actually referring to like, mainland.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a few of us that are trained in the art of hitting.
You know, when I first met you, I honestly thought you were going to throw a book at me.
You know what? I was tempted to make a rogue build built around that.
What is this build you speak of?
But yes, if you're interested in having them conduct that, you're more than welcome to have them come through, but since I'm already awake, I'm just going to keep reading. This is really fascinating stuff. Wow.
Would you guys mind waiting here while I go see if I can... Or... I guess
go get a certified letter so you can take these back to the library.
Feel free to take your time. I'm just going to keep perusing. Oh, I found the deed. Holds it up. Great. And he just like tucks that into a different pouch in his kimono. Do. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
It would probably be easier if we brought these to the library, though.
Go ahead and get your letter.
Technically speaking, this is the jurisdiction of the guards, right?
Well, yes, it is. But if he gets a letter, they're more than welcome to take it. But I need a
so
letter
you
for you
can't
to
take
take.
evidence from the scene.
Exactly.
Right. I will be back in. How long would it take for me to get to the library, get a letter in, and come back?
How much
Okay.
damage do you prevent from taking from falling?
Monk level times 4, I believe, or 5.
Times
Yeah,
5.
5.
So
So
25.
25.
25. I mean, if you're willing to take a little bit of fall damage, you can jump off the cliff, jump off another cliff, and be there in 5 minutes. And then getting back here will take you an hour.
I like the idea of jumping constantly, so I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. Ryder just goes running. You see him like out the window, flip, falls to the ground, no damage, runs over to the edge of the cliff, and all of you are like, that's like an 80-foot. Oh.
Logically speaking, that could actually fall under his damage limit.
I mean,
I said it could, I didn't say that it would.
fine, I'll roll.
No, don't, you'll kill him.
All right, you suffer 6 points of damage from the first cliff.
1.
Wouldn't that be?
1 point of damage from the first
Yeah, I
cliff.
was gonna say.
And then the next one,
A talon got sprained.
nothing.
See?
5 minutes.
I'd like to imagine I kind of pulled a leg muscle on the jump and then just continue jumping.
Fucking monks.
Jumps on one leg instead.
Just wait until they can start climbing up and down vertical surfaces.
Yep. Then it's both directions. He just. But anyways,
I'm going straight to get a letter.
yeah. While he's conducting his investigation, he does stop over at a different letter that he unravels and looks at. The individual's not being, shady at all. They're just like reading right in front of you and seems to not care at all that any of you are sitting here waiting right now. Oh! Oh! He looks up at you all. So, the estate's actually worth quite a bit.
Oh, good to know.
Well, by estate, I mean the value of everything they have currently in our banking system.
Estate assets.
Yes, the assets are worth quite a bit, thank you. I don't really deal with this shit usually.
Oh yeah, I heard you deal with the craftsman district.
Yes, they need a lot more attention sometimes. And they give you better gifts.
Snapper raises a finger and you can all tell he's about to make a joke. And he stops himself.
But
There's a meme template about that stuff.
There is.
So, 2 problems, everybody. 2 problems. The first problem is we are not allowed to pay out that sum of gold to you all unless you have a notable estate. Do any of you have a notable estate somewhere?
We own an island.
We recently did acquire a deed to one.
Okay, may I see the deed?
Yes, and I pull it out.
Okay, let me mark down that this individual knows where your island is. Thank you. Okay. So, with that, you're going to be able to withdraw a measurable amount of the estate since, well, you're actually fairly close to Morian, so in case any of you were doing anything malicious in all of this, charming the guards or anything like that, charming me even, who knows, we would still be able to find you. However, we're still going to have to limit the amount that we pay out to you to only be 2,000. Unless, of course, you wish to purchase a sizable offering that library herself offers.
What do you mean?
Do you all need a boat by any chance? And I'll remind you that the Morian military is looking for your boat.
Point.
We could, yeah.
Really?
Use a boat.
Okay. Well, I'll have to see what we have recently confiscated from pirates and such like that, but I can give you a few quotes for them, and depending, I assume you want to not leave any money in the library accounts, because you can't withdraw it for another 2 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll find something that'll be right up your alley in price, all right?
So is that 2,000 per person?
No, 2,000 would be the sum that we're able to pay out.
Okay.
Yes, if we paid out the full amount of that, that would actually be a little dangerous to all of us.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know, have to
What's
keep the
in the
city
bank is
afloat.
not- yeah.
But I will see if I can't find a vessel that might be comparable for all of you. Do you need a crew to handle it, or do you have your own captain?
We have a captain. He's in the
He's down the
restroom right now.
stairs.
He's got a
Yeah,
little
yeah, yeah.
IBS.
Ooh, I understand that.
Get a bad quinoa.
I hate when that happens. Of course they eat quinoa. Or sorry, quino. I love
I actually prefer saying quinoa.
I like saying quino because it pisses people off.
That would probably piss off somebody who knew what that is.
Give me the guacamole.
Ah.
Kino. But yeah.
Kin Hawaii.
But yes, he after filtering through those, he just takes those 2 notes and puts them in his pockets so he knows what he's going to do and continues his investigation. During this time, is everybody doing anything?
Yeah, Buck's gonna head downstairs
Okay.
and grab that really nice bottle of whiskey that was
How many?
there.
There's a whiskey cabinet here.
Ooh.
Keep in mind, you have a mundane bag.
Yeah, I'll just take
This-
2. I'll just take 2 and put them in the bag.
Okay.
What's this? What's this? There's whiskey.
You guys are upstairs with them.
Do you know fine liquors?
I look for the one, not necessarily, but I really enjoyed the one that she let me have a sip of. So I look for the bottle that she poured that from and try
Roll
to
me an
find.
investigation.
All right. Boom, boom, boom.
All right. You find that bottle, which you take, marked down that you have a 10 GP bottle of whiskey aged. And then you find a different one that looks fairly nice, also aged roughly about 26 years or so. And that one is a 5 GP bottle of whiskey. You take both and put them in your bags.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you're not looting the place.
No. I'd never
Okay.
do that.
And they just keep reading.
This guy gets no fucks.
True. I can definitely say Chlorine will probably be investigating your bags, though.
That's fair. And also of note, you all have a cleric of Gabriella. He's thinking you're all very good people. Hey, look, our get out of jail free card. Just stare at this. They're pretty. Walk off.
Just so I'm just like, no wonder they didn't think of my name as anything weird.
But anyways,
I
yeah.
snap wishbones.
Anybody else doing anything? Because it's going to be about an hour until Ryder gets back.
In other words, are you short resting?
Yeah.
Snapper's just gonna go through go through the mansion like comic relief, I guess.
Looting.
Not really looting. I'm just like going around looking at stuff.
Okay. Roll me a perception check. Ah. You go down the hallway with the multiple different bedrooms, and you start looking at the fine artwork that they have displayed everywhere. Some of them are beautiful sceneries that you imagine might be real places, or somebody's just very creative. Others appear to be just of the family in different places. You notice something kind of different, Snapper. Every single portrait that has the family all seems to be of the family doing some type of activity together. Every single one. Rather that would be them rowing a boat through a lake, sitting in a field having a picnic, traveling across some landscape in a cart. Everything has the four of them together, just experiencing life.
So there's none like I don't want to say stereotypical, but like
Yeah.
the pose like
Yeah, all of them are, they're sitting in front of a fireplace. No, all of them are out experiencing the world.
Is there a guard here besides the one up top?
Probably a few of them that like periodically start examining the estate and coming upstairs, getting told where to go by Lustrious.
I'm gonna look at them like, how long were the children with their parents? Would you know?
You stop one of the guards and they go, sorry, I would not, but I can see if some of the more tenured guards here can help out. Okay?
Yeah.
And they go downstairs, and eventually you see a bit more of a gray beard looking human, come upstairs. Or sorry, half elf. Not gray beard, salt and pepper looking. So probably around the same age as that gray bearded one. Comes over and goes up to you. You had some questions?
Yeah, no, I was looking at the paintings before they get, I don't know, hung up somewhere.
Well, we'll see if the children want the ones of the family, but the other ones are valuable art pieces we're probably going to sell off to pay for the processing of what we're going to be doing here.
Yeah. I was just wondering, do you recall their familial state, so to speak, from an outsider's point of view?
There was a point in time where I was the dedicated guard for them. On a couple of their excursions, they needed a bit more of a watchful eye because of the stresses of the territory, but...
So you would have been, like, on these types of in these types of situations, and I point to the ones where they're outside somewhere.
Yes, he walks with you down the hall. This one here, I was actually one of the guards watching over them. And it appears to be them walking up some dark red sandy beach somewhere. They wanted to go see Nomans, and that was back when Leo was having some issues. Not Leo. Ares was having some issues with Taurus. And, well, there was a lot more stress in that area, but Fionn always insisted that no matter what was happening in the world, he and his family still had to experience it.
Were they not home often?
Periodically, the family would come back. Fion was very rarely home. If anything, he would only be home for a couple of months before work would sweep him away someplace else. But, Mrs. Fantasriel and the two kids were always in the estate, traveling around. Library herself, you know, but back in those days we called it Libra.
Labrian.
Labrian, yes.
I don't know. It's just odd that they don't have any, you know. I think you've seen the photos, right? Like the, and I do the post that you did.
Yeah. They were more of a unconventional family. I am always curious though. It's so strange to me. They never brought an artist with them, but somehow always could commission an artist to do this job. He lifts up the one portrait and flips it up and, you know, begins peeling it back and looks at the one corner. That is
sounds
odd.
like
I don't
interesting.
recognize this artist.
Oh, your captain sounds like the artistic type.
True.
You mind if we roll this up, or you know, haul it up?
He scratches the back of his neck. This
Or
is the
maybe I could
property
just-
of the kids, you know.
You know, I suddenly thought of a lot easier thing to do. What's the name?
Oh, there's no name. It's only a symbol.
Can I see it?
Sure. He shows you the corner of it. Are you going to etch it down or anything?
Yes, and Kenkus have an advantage on that.
Go ahead and do it using dexterity. Calligraphy.
Calligraphy, I don't have, so I'll just use dexterity.
With advantage, though.
Nice.
How?
A giant X. All right.
I'm gonna look at him. I'm still shaking. Can you draw it down?
Sure.
He also gets a nat one.
Don't jinx it, mate.
Oh no, he does a pretty good job. People in library are very artistically inclined. Many people. And the symbol is somewhat estranged to you, but it does look like a beautiful calligraphy. It's a swooping arch that leads to a almost touched point on both ends, and then an inner one that swoops through, creating almost like a triangle, but none of the sides ever touch. Inside of that, there appears to be a small teardrop, a circle that has a crescent carved into it. The crescent is on the left-hand side, and then a larger teardrop that gets into a bottom crescent of a 3/4 moon. Again, no aspect of this touches anywhere.
You know, I thought for certain the symbol was gonna be this. Sorry, I'm trying to redraw it.
I have no idea what you're doing.
It's the artist formerly known as.
Oh, Prince? No. No. No.
I just wanted
I'll-
to make that joke.
I'll try to draw it, but no promise.
So it's it's none of it connects. Two crescents, two teardrops. I'm trying to visualize it, and it just seemed. Oh, okay, crescents in that way, right?
Yes. Duke. Oop. I'm sorry, that does not represent it very well at all. It is beautiful. I am not artistic.
You're right. This thing is very beautiful. Okay, so it's two crescent, a crescent, a crescent.
2 arches that almost touch but never do, a bottom arch that cresses underneath, smaller than the other 2, a teardrop, a circle that has a crescent on the left-hand side, another larger teardrop about 3 times the size, and then a underside 3/4 moon underneath.
All right. Moon prism power. All right then. Oh, that was a fun joke. Anyway, I'm going to say, well, thanks for this, and hey, yeah, I'm very awkward at this, but thank you for the help. I usually just stay alone, so. And I'm gonna start walking back up the stairs. Snapper is not a charismatic burb. Well, he is, but he's not,
Right.
a charisma bird. He's just
Right.
burb. What are you? A charisma bird. Everything feels so silent. Why is nobody saying anything?
I think they're thinking.
We're letting you have your moment.
Yeah, my moments can only be good when somebody else is interjecting. I get too awkward either way.
So, Chlorine, did you want to take a short rest? Remus, did you want to take a short rest?
Yes.
Okay. Both of your hit points, Chlorine, your hit point maximum returns to you. Go ahead and roll hit dice. You can't heal past what your current maximum is during your short rest, but your maximum goes back to what it was. Okay?
Okay. I just don't even bother rolling because,
It's only 1, I know.
yeah.
But Remus, you can roll hit dice. But now
Are
you
the two of
know
you-
mechanically. Yeah, Buck?
Are the two of you taking a nap on our bed together? Just
There's a
called up.
different bed.
I'm resting, not sleeping.
Okay.
I'm just reading my prayer book.
And I'm having an awkward conversation with a man downstairs.
Well, he does put the portrait back up against the wall, but he doesn't place it back up where it was. They are beginning to remove the portraits and getting them organized so that they know this one can go to family, this one can go to estate. A family, estate, family, estate. Although they're not leaving the wealth of this family or the wealth of the parents to the kids, they're still going to give them the respects of this belonged to your parents. Do you want to keep this? Other than the makeup that Lustrious stole in front of all of you.
Well, half of us are pirates, so, you know.
Yeah, he didn't seem to give
Don't
a
tell him
single
that.
fuck.
Yeah. He doesn't need to know that, but...
No, but
you
he's
know.
stealing in front of you guys. I mean, he's, like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, I like this. And
No, but either way, it's sentimental value, whatnot.
yes, of course.
Anyway, I guess I make my way back upstairs while they're resting.
Resting, playing the drum.
Ah, yes, exotic bongos.
Bongo. Just a one-headed drum.
These are my bongos. I can't not think about that scene whenever you say bongos. But anyways, after a little short while, Ryder, you come running back up. You do have a permission to confiscate the letters inside of that trunk. However, if any more documentation about the history of this family is discovered, it has to be relinquished over to the library.
Already, and I'll hand over the letter to
Lustrious.
Lucretia, what's his name?
Lustrious. He's a lustrous muse.
Lucreous. Luxurious.
I was debating on giving him that, but I'm saving that name for a different person.
Oh,
His mother.
Luxurious.
anyway, I'll hand him the letter and just, I guess, the letter is, or just for the letters and documents and all that, right?
Yep.
Or are the portraits included in what we're allowed to confiscate?
Not the portraits. The pictures in the trunk you're allowed to take, but not the portraits.
Sorry, that's what I meant. The pictures in the trunk.
Yes, those you're taking. You are not getting the deed to the estate because that goes to library, and you are not getting the banknote because that is also going to them. But you get everything else.
Alrighty.
But to be fair, the banknote is just getting relinquished to all of you.
Yeah.
More or less. All right. So here's your trunk. He closes it shut, lifts it with both hands, and just puts it in your arms, Ryder. Ryder, you immediately stumble backwards. It's heavy as fuck. Ooh.
Hey, Buck.
Ooh, what was
You
that?
wanna help with this? No, I'm kidding.
Did anybody else hear that?
I heard it for a
Static,
split
yeah.
second.
Okay. Oh, that hurt.
Yeah, my headset's on the fritz, so nothing really gets to me anymore.
Gotcha. But you were asking Buck what?
Oh, what was I asking about?
Oh.
Fuck.
You wanted
Buck,
me
can
to
you
help
help with
you
this?
carry it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Buck, you want to help with this? Kind of giving you a bit of a laugh before just handing it to you.
Snapper's going to I almost said throttle. Is that a word?
It's a couple words. Trot, waddle, trottle.
I mean,
that's basically
accurate.
what- yeah, I'm gonna throttle. That's now the
Ba, 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 ba.
when you're not a monk and when you're not a Kinku monk, you throttle.
What does a Kenku monk do?
Apparently
Fucking
jump off
runs.
cliffs.
Subset. Any monk fucking runs.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna throttle it to lustrious. Lustrious, that's the one.
Yep.
And he's gonna say, do you know a artisan using this symbol?
You show it to him.
Yep.
He will roll. It looks familiar, but I can't say that I've ever taken note of this before. Are you
gonna
interested in commissioning this artist? Would you like me to track them down for you?
Well, here's the thing. I was just looking at the paintings before they, get sent off to people.
Yeah.
And,
Lovely paintings, aren't they?
Yeah, all of them. All of the family paintings were just interesting. I talked to a guard that went on trips with them, where all the paintings were set on the trips. And, the guardsman said that they never hired a painter. Well, they never hired a painter to go with them on the trips.
Huh. Well, that's very strange. I guess I will conduct a little... Well, this is now the library's problem, in all honesty. My curiosity is piqued. I would love to, but because he has the paperwork, library takes over the investigation. If you need to commission me to help you on this investigation, I would love to. He looks over at you, Ryder.
Ryder is definitely tempted. How much would you want to be paid to be commissioned to help?
My rates typically for investigation, resource handling, and stuff like that is usually about 10 gold a day. We have to pay for my replacement, of course. And I am a captain.
You have a
Ryder-
replacement?
Yes,
looks-
other captains.
Oh, sorry,
Ryder
ship
will-
terminology.
But if you're looking for a connoisseur that you need as a consultant, I would be more than happy.
Ryder will look towards the others, tempted by his offer to commission him to help.
How many days would it take you?
Oh, I have no idea. I recognize the symbol. I know who I should talk to see if I can't find anything more pressing about the individual themselves, but if they have the information is really where it's up in the air. Or if they can point me or the people I'm working with in the proper direction, that would probably be preferable. At minimum, 1 day for me to at least find that information. to see if we can get pointed in the right direction. Any more than that, well, then you're going to have to pay day by day. Though I would ask if we have to travel outside of library that you just pay me up front for 7 days so I can pre-plan and pay my replacement to cover my shifts. You know?
How long does it usually take for repossession? What do you call it? Procedures to go about? Because this was found on only this. Well, no, I haven't checked everything, but it was found on the stuff with that's being sent to the next of kin.
Their personal belongings are going to be brought over to our military altered or our military monitored banking system, where it'll be put into a vault for safekeeping until the point comes where they can come here and look into it. Usually we give people about a month or so to show up, but everything else inside of the estate should be pawnable and put into the markets, reasonably speaking, within the next week or so.
It's just gonna be an interesting thing. Maybe we could. Standing next to Ryder. Yeah. It's interesting.
I would agree that it is interesting, and I am not completely against it.
Well, take the evening to discuss amongst yourselves. I'm going to be here until probably noon, in which case I'm going to need to take a short little nappy nap for myself. So?
Do we have a place where we can find you when we make a decision on anything?
Second bedroom on the left. Yeah, I think I'll sleep here tonight. Why not?
You're carefree. I can respect that.
I wouldn't say carefree. I'm care selective. Most things aren't
carefree
worth.
with extra steps.
Well, most things aren't worth caring about. There are things worth caring about. In which case, that's usually when I need to handle it not so civilly, you know? They tap the hilt of their odachi.
Alright. Well, today wasn't interesting, and I'm not gonna say fun. I'm gonna look at more paintings. Get well soon. And I tap Chlorine on the leg.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be fine.
Yeah, no, don't worry, I use clean bullets. No
Fair.
tetanus for you.
Fair. Very well. Well, everybody, go off to wherever you need to go to, and I'm gonna continue my work. Toodles. He waves you all goodbye.
Lustrous.
Pleasure meeting all of you. Take care. You all leave the estate, I assume?
Yes.
Yep.
There we go.
Taking select care.
And what time is it right now? Like, what time of day is it? Like, is it sunrise?
I'm guessing it's like 8 in the morning or 9. But I could be wrong.
At this point, probably close to 3 a.m. Because all of this transpired later into the evening, and then your investigation was conducted. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't hit morning yet. After
No.
they've been okay, cool.
No. All of that was only a couple of
I'm-
hours.
That means I'm still on my 24-hour no sleep spree.
Yep.
Go hit the books.
Now, do we want to read the books we have here? Or the books that I was
trunk?
reading before? Yeah.
I think we can take these with us, but I don't know how long we'll be around the library. It's up to you. Because don't you still have the rest of that book to finish?
Yeah, I still have that first book to finish. I'm wondering if I want to read that first one or these ones.
I think if you go read the first one, then if we end up leaving, we can always take the other ones with us for you to read. That's just my thought. But you can...
We still have to wait for Snapper's commission to be
Oh.
done.
You
And I
still
need to
have
get paid.
another 5 days.
Yeah, I'll go read the first book real.
So-
I'm gonna go straight back to the library.
If you all would like, we can end the stream here and then conduct a little period of downtime because I assume there's a lot of research you all want to do. You don't have a whole lot of pressing issues coming up either, so don't worry terribly much about that. But it'll give you time to figure out things that you might want to do or potentially inquire about specific things you are slowly uncovering and discovering. Cool?
Right.
Alrighty. So we're going to end the stream here, and when we come back next time, we will have downtime completed. And you'll hear about everything everybody got done. So players, thank you very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. I hope you all had a fantastic time. Goodbye.
So how much down?